Yep. Um, you know, sometimes when you're getting the knowledge, I would advise people to try to keep building on your knowledge anyway. You're getting the knowledge on your healing journey, you see things and they happen and you're able to spot them, you have awareness. I would say that you know how to move, but in my case that's not completely accurate, because it's not a question of falling back asleep, although that can happen. It's more of a case of always trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, always thinking the good side, always like, oh, trust, or don't become like them, humanity, blah blah blah. But we have to keep in mind that before we can talk about all this thing, we have to protect ourselves. Self-preservation is important and is key. The pun, what I'm talking about. So recently I my keys for the vehicle I was in, and was removed from me, was either stolen or taken. And you know, during that moment I was in a public park and I'd parked on a street behind close to the entrance of the park, so there wasn't a big distance of walk pathway to get to where I was. So when I realized that my key was missing, I was in the park and I just came and I sat down, and a man came up to me. He was like, he started to talk about, you know, how old he was. He was an older gentleman. He was skipping. I told him, you know, it was impressive that he was still there at his age. He asked me his age. I think he said he was in his 70s or something. And then he set his bag down and he continuing to skip, and I went off to skate around. Left my bag down there with my coat and my belongings. Now, at one moment while he had moved, it looked like my bag had shifted in direction and orientation. So I went over to my bag, looked into my bag, and everything that I had in there seemed to still be there. I think I had a small speaker, had something to drink, and my coat at the time. So I think, oh, that seems like normal. I continued to skate, and I think to myself, okay, what would I like to do? Oh, maybe I want to go and chill out in my van for a bit, you know, get out the sun, relax. Let me try that. So I look for my keys, and my keys are gone. Now, it was only that gentleman who had come close to me in proximity, and he was speaking to me. He seemed fine. So my first instinct was like, okay, it might have dropped out of my pocket onto the grass when I was sitting there. Let me look on the grass. Let me even go around the park. Let me also do the pathway that I walked to get to my vehicle, to the entrance and where I was sitting. So let me search that part up and down. And also I had some friends some people that I'd skate with, do the same. And after doing this for a number of hours, I realized that my key was not there. So somebody had removed my key. Now, it's two options of what could have happened. Or three options. One option is I dropped him, and the likelihood of me dropping them is very low. The likeliness of me losing it, the distance that I traveled was so short, I would have found them. They're a big bunch, so they couldn't have just fallen. The second likelihood is that the elderly gentleman who came across as, you know, quite nice gentleman, tricked me. He got me to feel comfortable. Then when I wasn't looking, he went into my bag and took my keys. And the third option, which is also a possibility, was that as I'm skating around, I'm being watched. Now, either people that are continuously watching me, continuing watching, gang stalking me, chosen people are always watching us, TIs, people are always trying to get, see what we're doing, had gone into my bag when there was like a moment when I was really deep in the movements. So I wasn't like 100% paying attention to my surroundings. But saying that, if that was what happened, the person would have had to been like stealth. They would have had to have crawled through the grass, wait for the perfect time when I was like, I went to this when my eyes weren't facing my bag, took it out in a stealth movement and gone. And that is possible, but the likelihood of that was low. So the highest possibility was the guy that was next to me, who sat next to me, went into my bag when I weren't looking, took my keys. Now, why I'm making the video is, we have to learn from these things. 2, it's self-preservation. I was able to get my stuff, everything was fine. But the thing about being people are watching us, they're always trying to get into our stuff and do mean things to us. And if we don't, if we're not always head on a swivel, things are going to happen. Now, it can happen to anyone. So I wanted to make this video. So if you're able to maybe switch up your routine, switch up what you're doing, switch up your, even job hopping can be good sometimes when toxic colleagues start getting jealous of our work, which always tends to somehow rise above theirs. I skate in the same place, similar times, so maybe I should go different places, different times. Frequent the gym, different times. We have to just keep hopping around and mixing it up and stay on our toe. And I know can be exhausting, can be frustrating, but a lot of people can't live the life that we live. We are strong enough to deal with the burden. We are equipped. It is making us stronger. But we have to really persevere, and we have to preserve ourselves. We have to protect our energy. We have to protect our spirit. We have to protect our resonance, because we always leave from light, we always leave from love, we always come back to light. But these people that are watching us, the opposition, they want to keep us in that fear, angry, upset vibration, so we can't attract what we're here to do, which is abundance, light, love, divinity, helping people, healing, positivity. It keeps us in the opposite, the lower vibrational things. So I wanted to make a video on that. Very, very important video, uplifting, but also a reminder to myself and to anyone who follows me. Self-preservation, protect yourself, protect your energy, look after your stuff, look after yourself, keep your head on a swivel. Watch out for people that are looking at you, watching you. Usually they can't help us. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. However, they will try to make life difficult for you by stealing your stuff, putting bugs into your belongings, trying to play God. But there's only one God, Most High, that we serve.